What is up, guys? Hey, Cody Dean here, and I wanted to mention two things for you before we get started. Number one, check out the shirt. I was just one funnel away at the One Funnel Away Challenge, so I wanted to show that to you guys. And number two, if you want to get my Sales Creation Academy for free, where I teach about leadership, teach about sales, the sales creation formula, about money, about a lot of other subjects on business and mindset and other things like that, go to codydean.net/OFA, and you will get to be a part of the One Funnel Away Challenge. And you'll get this t-shirt. And it's $100 to be a part of it. It's 30 days. Basically, what happens is, as part of the One Funnel Away Challenge, they'll teach you how to find your target market, how to then target them, how to market to them, put bait out there, what products to sell them, what offers you can make to them, and how to drive traffic to that offer. And will teach you how to use ClickFunnels, how to build a funnel and a sales funnel for them. So that's the first thing is that you get the t-shirt, you get part of my Sales Creation Academy, you get part of the One Funnel Away Challenge. It's $100. You get a ton of other cool bonuses. So go check that out. codydean.net/OFA. And second thing is I am building out sales funnels for people. So if you're interested in having me build you a sales funnel, reach out to me at becomepurementoring@gmail.com, becomepurementoring@gmail.com. Awesome. Okay, guys. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about an interaction that I had with a person. I'm going to try and keep this as vague as possible because I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, and I don't want to call anyone out, but I do want to make this problem aware to people. This problem is what's called a reactionary defense response. People have this situation, or they have this thing that happened to them. It's a reactionary defense response, and when you confront someone or you even just talk to someone, there's this reaction that goes off in their mind, and it's a defense mechanism. It's a defense response that they have. So it's a reactionary defense response. And a lot of times people don't even realize that it is happening. People don't even realize the problem that they're having. So to give you an example here, when you go into the store, and someone confronts you, they just come up to you, say you're, I always say Victoria's Secret when I'm training my sales reps, say you're going into Victoria's Secret, but say you're going in just to the mall and you're going into this, you're going into any kind of one of the small shops, okay? And someone comes up and talks to you and say, hey, are you finding everything okay? How can I help you? What is your natural thing to do? He's like, oh, no good, I'm not buying anything. Or you'll say, hey, you know what? I'm just looking. And it's kind of like a defense mechanism. You're like, oh, and the problem with this is people in general are reacting to their life. They're reacting to things, and they're not being proactive. And so it's really easy, and I'm trying to find the proper way to say this, is today I was in a situation where I was talking with a manager, and the conversation didn't go very well because I asked a question and the person got reactive. There was a reaction and they were not happy, even though the question that I asked was a very simple, easy question. It was non-confrontational. The way it was portrayed, or the way it was perceived by that person was the way it was. It was reactionary. And what happens, and usually what happens with these moments, is something will trigger someone, and it's triggered. Something will happen, and it will trigger something that happened a long time ago in the past, and it causes them to react a certain way. If you, like I had sales reps they were having a hard time selling because they found they had been sold to in a very scammy, spammy, pushy way. And so it made them hard to sell. And eventually they quit their job in sales because they, for multiple reasons, but one of the major reasons was because they felt like they were scamming people. They felt like they were spamming and they had to push on people to be able to sell their products. But they thought that because of what had happened in the past. They had thought that because of that is what happened to them. They bought something and that person that sold it to them spammed them, or not spammed, I'm using the word spam, I don't know why, but they forced them and they pushed them into getting that product. And so they felt like that was the only way that they could do it. And so it's interesting. I want you guys to be aware of, like, when you're out there, number one, when you're selling to people, you have to be aware that people are going to react to you. They're going to be reactive to you. And so they will get emotional. And it's your job to stay as emotional stable as you can. For me, because of what happened, I ended up not being emotionally stable, ended up becoming very emotional and a wreck. Anyway, ended up having to leave where I was. And that's okay. You don't have to put up with people that are in your life. You don't have to put up with certain situations. You can leave, right? You can get out of situations that are not going to be benefiting you. You don't have to be continually putting yourself in situations that are a struggle. And tomorrow I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that. Anyway, so needless to say, I was in tears today. I was just struggling, and I came home from my job, my 9-to-5 job, early. I was only there for like an hour, and I just crashed. I just fell asleep, slept for like 5-6 hours, and it was really refreshing. You probably see my eyes are all red and stuff. Oh, but it was a tough day. But it's tough. I mean, like, we are dealing with human beings. You are dealing with human beings, like, through your whole entire life. And it's a challenge because the people that you deal with, they're emotional, they get reactive, and you just do your best. You can just do your best to deal with people and you yourself not get emotional, and stay cool as a cucumber, as chill as you can be. But sometimes it's not able to be that way. So how do you overcome the reactionary and the reactionary defense response, the reactive mind, the subconscious, as people call it? Be aware of it. Expect it. Expect that it's going to happen, and then stay as logical as you can. Stay as logical as you can. One way to stay logical with people is to just agree with them. Say, hey, man, I totally agree. I understand. I get your perspective. I get your point. I get it. I understand. And it will help calm the person down. I get it. I understand. I'm with you. You're right. Okay. Even if you don't agree with them, like, you don't agree with their position, you have to be able to agree with their ability. You have to be able to agree that they see it that way. You're not necessarily agreeing with the fact that you see it that way, but you're agreeing that you can understand how that they can see it that way. So anyway, that's a little off topic there, but that is one way to help overcome objections if you're in selling. I'm just trying to be good there. Cool. So you guys are awesome. Remember, be great. Be great at what you do. Be great at everything, because it's not worth your life to just be mediocre. Like I talked about in one of my past episodes I'd rather die of thirst than drink from the cup of mediocrity. It's just not worth it, guys. So you guys are awesome. Be great so you can create your freedom.